My name is Eduardo Emeris, and this is 9 days of emotional freedom using Tappilini. Today we're going to talk about fear and insecurities. Fear can be one heavy emotion, and it's important to be able to free ourselves from the grip of that emotion. We need to be able to bring a different perspective to our life where we feel free and balanced and determined to become the people, to become the person that we are meant to become. Fear, I believe, it's a very, very useful emotion. Also, a very purposeful emotion. And a very powerful emotion. Those are the characteristics of all emotions, but fear is specifically powerful because if we filter all the emotions, all of them, from anger, fear, anxiety, insecurity, depression, shame, all of them, they are born from two very basic emotions. One is fear and the other one is love. Something we reject and the other one attracts. So I see these two emotions to be the father and the mother of every other emotion. So fear is a very basic instinct. It connects a lot with the first chakra, the root chakra. And it's all about feeling safe and secure being you, having all that you need to survive and thrive. And therefore, fear becomes a very primitive, very basic, very elemental emotion. And so we begin to embark on fear. And I would ask you, what scares you the most? And just allow yourself to begin to kind of wonder. This probably will be the first time that we are inviting the emotions to be able to analyze it. Why? Because I bring to you also a technology, a practice, or a meditation, however you want to call it. It's called Tappilini. And this meditation or this practice uses a very powerful techniques, actually three powerful techniques. One is tapping or EFT, which is tapping in different points of the body. Kundalini meditation, Transcendental meditation, and Breathwork. And so when we invite our dark emotions to come forward, we are not just simply going into battle without any training or tools. What we are doing is beginning a very different relationship with our emotions, in this case, fear. So it's very easy to remember what scares us. It could be, it's either something we fear to lose or something we fear to obtain. And this, I believe that this is very kind of crucial and very, it gives a lot of evidence on how fear works. Because the way I see it now, fear is a great teacher. It's like bringing perspective. It's like saying, okay, this is what you fear. Are you fearing losing it, or are you fearing getting it? Are we, for example, fear of darkness? If we fear losing our ability to see, or we fear what we might see. I think it is very interesting to be able to connect with this emotion, because at the end, I believe that all that fear does is present us with an opportunity to say, okay, what is this? And we need to use our discernment. We need to use our discernment to say, okay, this is something that it's presenting some real danger, or is presenting an illusion danger, a fake danger. This is something that is in my mind, or is something that is really out there. When we fear darkness, it's something that we fear that it could be there, or is something that we imagine is there. And those beliefs that we have will determine how we act upon that fear. We either run, we either fight, or we stay frozen in the spot. This is also what a part of Tappilini works with, the fight, flight, and freeze response of the nervous system. And we work with those responses by tapping in the meridian points of our body. You can know more about this technique either by Googling it, or by visiting my website, our website, www.tappilini.com. And also, once we kind of disconnected from the unconscious reaction, we begin to invite insight. We begin to invite intuition, wisdom, to tell us more about what is the purpose of that fear. Why are we experiencing that fear? What is the lesson we are meant to learn from that fear? What it is the new ability that such fear can bring into our lives. So we do that with the second part of Tappilini, which is the Transcendental Kundalini mantra. And we use specifically a mantra called the Miracle Mantra of Guru Ramdas. This mantra, or this meditation, was given to us by Yogi Bayan. And he was the person who brought Kundalini Yoga out of the secret societies of India, because it was considered to be a very elevated practice that only people with high understanding of consciousness could practice. And Yogi Bayan said, well, I believe that this practice is meant for everyone. So he brought all his teachings to the West. And now we have all this technology available to us. And we use Kundalini as a key, like keys of consciousness, to access points on our awareness that could bring us more understanding of what our experience is all about. And with fear and insecurity is no different. We can see what we are afraid of. For example, let's talk again about darkness. What is so frightening about darkness? What are our beliefs around darkness? What we fear might happen if we go into darkness? What do we need to bring about to our lives, to our construction of ourselves, like in abilities or training or discipline. What do we need to stop fearing darkness? And how can we switch the light so we can begin to see clearly in darkness? So there are many aspects on just that fear alone. What do we fear about darkness? There is so many questions that we could ask. And we ask those questions when we are repeating the mantra Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. We repeat this mantra 5 times in one breath and sounds more or less like this. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. And we breathe deep once again, and we repeat this cycle 108 times. Within this cycle of 108 times, we complete a full circle within the self-treatment of whatever we are putting out there. So we are talking about certain emotion. Specifically, let's put it like the fear, in this case, the fear of darkness, for example. But you can bring about the many fears, the fear of speaking up, the fear of showing up, the fear of rejection, the fear of weakness, the fear of losing, the fear, all the many fears that we have. You just have to ask and take a time to close your eyes, take a deep breath in and ask, what do I fear the most? And wait. And probably you will have different ideas, because we may have a lot of things that we fear. We may fear love. We may fear being unloved. We may fear life. We may fear death. And we may fear both. And we may fear contradicting concepts as much as extreme concepts or complementing concepts. So it's about inviting this process to begin. And I believe that the best way to begin is feeling like you have a support mechanism around you, that you are not alone, that you have the tools and the experience and the ability to say, okay, I am covered with this armor and I have these weapons, so now I can go into battle. And for us, soldiers of consciousness and life and happiness and health and joy, we use discipline. We use self-discipline, we use self-sacrifice and self-determination to transform ourselves into that which we are meant to be. And not just out of an idea, but out of a feeling, out of a real, true, purposeful, useful, powerful emotion. Because behind all the darkness, there is always a light, and you know it. You know that however dark the situation might be, there is always that pretty, beautiful thing. And I'm looking for my yin yang. Where's my yin yang? It's like the yin yang. We have, however dark a situation might be, death, illness, pain, abuse, any of that, there is always a source of light. As much as, however, beautiful and perfect comfort and happiness and enjoyment and everything right and everything good, there is always the possibility of darkness. What happens when everything it's good? We get bored. We get bored. We want change. What happens when you find someone who is just so happy? Oh, you go like, oh yeah, right. Who believed you? What are you hiding? There's always that, and this is just pure balance. This is how we balance in this universe. So we're gonna work with Tappilini, because we have to arrive at a point where we feel that it's okay. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to feel what we feel. It's okay to have the belief that we believe. It's okay to be us the way we are. And this is where we begin to accept and love ourselves totally and unconditionally. And we use Tappilini to enter in that state. And the only thing we have to do is to remember the tapping points, which is the karate point. We do this tapping 3 times. And within these 3 times, we kind of scan our body and we ask the right questions. We ask, what are we afraid of, or how am I feeling right now, or how do I feel about certain situation, or how do I feel about certain person, or how do I feel in my body, or how do I feel in my mind? And you just ask that question. It can be with real words, like, how do I feel in your mind, or you just simply scan your body, zoom, zoom, in consciousness. And then you begin the cycle. Top of the head, the beginning, the start of the eyebrows, the side of the eye, under the nose, chin, collarbone, heart, and ribs. And then we repeat the cycle with the other hand. The mantra is Guru Guru, Vahe Guru Guru, Ram Das Guru. We repeat that 5 times in one breath. And we have to breathe very deeply. This is the third element of Tappilini, because without air, without oxygen, without that chi and prana, well, it will be difficult to even say it once. We need the power of our breath to impulse our intention forward. So if we are ready, I'm going to put an audio, and this is to guide us. You can download this audio for free on my website www.tappilini.com, and it's totally free, and I'm gonna play it for you right now. So with this audio we have a baseline where we don't have to think about how many times we're doing it or saying it, and it will take us through the process. It lasts about 25 minutes, and I'll invite you to do the best you can. That is all we can do in this life. Just do the best we can, create intention to face your emotions, to be able to let them go and to free yourself from such grips of darkness or fear in this case. And remember that we have a technique, a powerful technique that can help us free ourselves from the fight, flight, or freeze response of the nervous system. So if you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, or why am I doing this, and just fighting it, or just not knowing what to do, remember that we have a very powerful technique. This tapping, it's the perfect opportunity to begin a more conscious relationship with our emotions. And then the mantra, Guru Guru, Vahe Guru Guru, Ramdas Guru. And then we have the deep breath, the deep breathing. Everything. We have body worked by the tapping, mind worked by Kundalini, the consciousness part, and then the spirit work with our breath. It's a beautiful technique that just makes perfect circle. So I'll invite you to get comfortable. If you need to stretch a little bit, stretch and get ready. We're gonna start with the tuning in mantra. Rub your palms together. Enough to create some heat between your palms. Bring your palms to your heart center position. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Relax the shoulders, elongate the neck. Tuck in your chin slightly. Breathe out. And breathe in to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deep. Hold the breath in. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, breathe out and relax the posture. And now we get ready to Tappilini. On the first round, I'm going to give you cues for the tapping points. And as I said before, just do the best you can in terms of the mantra, the tapping, and the confronting with emotions, just calling them, invoking those emotions. All right? Ready? Let's go. Karate. Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe 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 Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. The other hand. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. One more time. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Top of the head. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Eyebrows. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Side of the eye. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Under the eye. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Under the nose. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Chin. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Collarbone. Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Heart. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Ribs. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Start over again with the top of the head. Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe 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 Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vahe Guru Guru Ramdas Guru 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 Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Inhale deep. And breathe out and breathe normally. Stay with your eyes closed. Just for a little longer. Scan your body, your mind, and just notice how you feel. Whenever you're ready, at your own pace, slowly and gently begin to open your eyes. And we're back. How you feeling? How you feel in relation to the fears that you felt, that you feel, or you have felt, or that you imagine or you evoke? How are you feeling? Hopefully, you feel calmer, you feel less on edge. And hopefully, as well, you have better ideas of how to tackle or work with that emotion. I would love to invite you to share your experience, connect with us, send me a message, directly visit my website, and be part of this transformation. I also lead a tribe of Tappilini in English. People speaking English, English speaking people who practice Tappilini. And we are on Facebook. You can search for us on Facebook, My Tribe in English, Tappilini, My Tribe in English, and join. And what we do there is we create challenges, and we say, okay, during these 33 days, I'm going to practice Tappilini consistently. And my intention within these 33 days is to have better clarity, more peace, focus to guide me through the situation that I am in, X, Y, or Z. I mean, it's up to you, whatever your challenge is. But I will invite you to share it with us if you feel like. Thank you, More Yoga Wellness TV, for this opportunity to reach you and to be able to speak about our emotions. Thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I will see you on the next video. My name is Eduardo Emeris, and this has been 9 days of emotional freedom using Tappilini. Until next time, Sat Nam, Namaste, hasta la próxima. Chao.